Much, Bob. I need this here right now. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Good morning. This is about doubling your business. If you're not interested in doubling your business, then you don't have to hang around. You can hang around. The golf club is to make sure nobody goes to sleep. But no, there's going to be a lesson on the golf club as we move along. At the end, I hit golf balls into the audience, and the person who gets them gets a free cruise in a cruise line of your choice. So I suggest you stay around. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. Anybody know them? Let's see. Right? They sang a little ditty back in my early days that you're going to fill in the words, I think. If you can't be with the one you love, love the one you're with. I'm not suggesting anything. But I heard that song, and I'm going to give you a challenge for the next 40 minutes. If you can't be where you want to be where you are. If you can't be where you want to be where you are. Be in the present. It's very, very difficult to stay in the present. Since I came on this stage 13 seconds ago, many of the people in the audience have left this room and have gone somewhere into next week, into your vacation, into the summer, into the fall, into the next birthday party. Some of you have gone backwards to yesterday or last week or last month. You know what I'm talking about? Our minds spend more time in the past and in the present than they do right now in the current. And this is all we have. So the challenge I have, if you want to learn how to double your business, and I say that very seriously, I'm going to teach you how to do it. But if you want to learn how to double your business, don't leave this room, except for a break, of course, you know what I'm talking about, and listen to what I have to say. Now, if you haven't picked up on it already, I spent the first 60 years of my life in New Jersey. So you have to listen real tight. Because you can't, have you ever finished somebody's sentence for them? Right, you know what I'm talking about? That hey, I love people in the South, but they just talk slower than we do in New Jersey. Come on, I'm with you, man. Come on, let's go. And then you finish the sentence. Well, you can't finish my sentences for me because you don't know where I'm going. And the reason you don't know where I'm going is because I don't know where I'm going. And I learned that when I was teaching at Fairleigh Dickinson University in Madison, New Jersey, 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock, regression analysis, adults who didn't want to be there. You haven't lived until you had that gig. Golf club or no golf club. Yeah, so I realized that they wanted to go to sleep, they wanted to do everything but listen to me, so I had to do something differently. So I don't know if you've been to graduate school or high school or elementary school, I don't know what your deal is, but sometimes they make you buy a book. Do you know what I mean? Well, the first night of class, I said, okay, everybody, pick up your book. They picked up the book, rip chapter 1 out of the book. They looked at me, and they said, we're not ripping this book. We paid $80 for this book. And I said, I get the trump card. I'm the professor. Rip chapter 1 out of the book, or you don't pass the course. I learned right then something very interesting. Adults do not like to rip pages out of books. Yeah. I challenge you. Go home, pick up any book, and try to rip it. You can't. I know you can't. Some of you have National Geographics from 1934. You can't even throw the things away. Adults don't like to read, but they don't like to destroy books. I don't know what that is. So I said, okay, rip chapter 2 out of the book. So they ripped chapter 2. They ripped chapter 2 out better than they ripped chapter 1 because it was the first time they ripped chapter 1, and now they ripped chapter 2. They're getting pretty good at it because repetition makes you better at what you do. That's a key point. I'll be back there later. So then I said to this group of people who didn't want to be there, okay, we meet next Thursday. Read chapters 1 and 2. I'll see you around. Can someone here, this is a rhetorical question, I guess, with a group this size, but why did I do that? I was a professor. They didn't know who I was. I walk into their world. Who am I to tell them to carry a 50-pound textbook around? Who am I to tell them to forget your kids, forget the church, forget the Girl Scouts, forget your customers, forget your boss, forget everything in your life and pay attention to me because I'm the professor? I mean, that's nuts. So I told them to rip the pages out of their book for two reasons. And everything I tell you, folks, may sound goofy because, again, I'm from New Jersey. But it's all true stuff. I told them to rip the pages out of the book because I didn't want to be the Thursday night 8 to 11 professor. I wanted to be the what? The lunatic professor. I wanted them to come back next Thursday to see what stunt this guy's up to. This guy's a nutcase. He's a wacko. I wanted to position, keyword, position myself as something different, something worth going to. But the other reason, probably the more important reason, is because if I rip chapters 1 and 2 out of the book, I could clip it on a clipboard, I could go to the Girl Scout meetings, go to Weight Watchers, go to church, go do whatever I want, and I could read chapters 1 and 2 if it was on a clipboard versus carrying a 50-pound book around with me. Do you know what I'm talking about? So I made the job easy. Ladies and gentlemen, the last thing in the world you folks need is for a guy like me to put more stuff on your plate. Your plates are full, I'm guessing. You don't have time to do more. You don't have time to do what you're doing now. So you have to learn to rip the pages out of the book to make it. The important stuff, you have to make the time for it and make it look like, cut it down to the elements so it will get done. So I guess that might be lesson number 1, I'm not sure. But if other people don't know, that's Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Christine, is Christine still here? Christine, over there. Hello, Christine. My name's Mike Marshev. Glad to meet you. Hey, there you go. Become the exception. No, don't show it to the people. That's all. Hey, there's my... Christine, how many people here were at the opening general session? Right, cool. All right, good. And you're still here. I love that. These are the winners right here. These are the winners right here. Christine showed you a slide. It was in a yellow box. Do you remember? It was in a yellow box. It was your first travel agent. I don't know. Were you McGettigan's then, Christine? McGettigan's, a yellow box, and she did an advertisement, a promo. I don't do slides. I figure I just carry a club around, that's enough. I don't need slides. But then I ran home. I live in Delray Beach, just up the road here, so I said, if the boss has slides, I better get some slides. That's smart. So I ran home and I found a slide. And it's not right to one-up the boss. But this was my first promotional picture in the travel industry, circa 1984. Huh? How's that? What was that guy thinking? I went and had that taken and slapped it on a brochure and handed it out. That's nuts. I wasn't going to show that until Christine, you showed yours. I said, there you go. So there's another slide. So I said to the guys, I came in the other day, I said, I have 2 slides. But then I got home and I said, hey, okay, I found another one. So I have a couple of slides I'm going to show you, but it's not about slides. It's about the golf club. Stay tuned to the golf club. We'll be there in a minute. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you right now what the golf club is. I'm not a good golfer, but my friend, partner, was a PGA pro, and he invited me to a guest, membership guest at an exclusive club. You want to know what drives you to the driving range? It's when you're invited as a non-golfer to a club. All right? I didn't sleep for 2 months. So we got through it, and I said, I need to take a lesson. So he said, use my guy, use my pro. So I went to take a golf lesson, folks, and you know the golf swing. It goes way up here, and it goes way over there, and you want to hit it 300 yards, and it goes right over there. Well, this guy, listen, this is important stuff. He had me in a golf lesson, and tune in, this is very, very key. He had me go from here, there, not here. He said there. He said, put the club there. Pass it through here and bring it to there. I paid for that. Here to here to here. And then he says, okay, I think you've got it. I said, what do I have? He says, I don't care what you do up here. You got to get into, write this down, position. If you're in the right position here, the club face will get square to the object here, and then you follow through here, and then I don't care what you do over here. He said go from here to here to here, 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 here. Hey, don't look up, look down. Here, here, here. And that's all he did, from here to here, here to here, here to here. You getting me? Here to here. There it is. Everyone got it? You're getting a golf lesson here. Here to here. That's your business. Don't make it complicated. If you want to double your sales, don't pay attention to this. Don't pay attention to that. Don't pay attention to that. What's that? Okay. Here to here. I'm going to now fill in what is in your here to here. And really, it's basically 3 words. Position, contact, follow through. Everybody in this room can understand those 3 words. Don't make it hard. Position, contact, follow through. Say it with me. Position, contact, follow through. There it is. You've got it. And I said, what about the different clubs? It's the same. I don't care what number's on this thing. If you get the here right, you'll get the here right, and then you get the here with a little wrist action here, and then it'll automatically follow through. So I'm going to now fill in the blanks for you in some of the things that all you have to pay attention to. Anyone ever teach school? A couple of school teachers, right. Well, you'll understand what I mean. Let's assume for them, I taught 5th grade when I first got out of college. I was the worst teacher in the world. Actually, I really was. I think I was the worst. Guinness Book of Records probably has something on me. But 2 plus 2, they teach you as a kid, is what? So I'm a teacher, so I teach the kid. 2 plus 2 is 4. I come back next year, am I hired again? Yeah, come on back. 2 plus 2 is 4. 10 years later, 2 plus 2 is 4. 20 years later, 2 plus 2 is 4. I'm tired of this. This year, 2 plus 2 is going to be 5. I'm boring myself to tears. No, it won't be 5. 2 plus 2 always was 4, is 4, always will be 4, and that's the way it is. And I don't care if you buy the iPod 1, the iPod 2, the pod this, the pod that, you buy the Techno Gizmo, this, that, 2 plus 2 will be 4, and I don't care how you figure it out, but that's going to be the answer forever. Well, the same thing happens in sales. You can read all the books, go all the webinars, do the seminars, knock yourself out, get the iPods, do what you got to do. But if you don't look me in the eye, we're not going anywhere. It's all basics. It's all fundamentals. How many by a show of hands? Because I've done some research on this. I know what I'm talking about. Can I see the crooks? That is a very, very intense question. Nobody raised their hand. You are not crooks. You are not shysters. You are not manipulative. You are not aggressive. You are not obnoxious. You are not you're not liars. You're not cheaters. You're none of that stuff. So why are you apologizing for wanting to help me? It makes no sense to me. You're not here to hurt me. You're here to help me. Major league point. There are only 2 kinds of people in the entire world. There's 7 billion people, nearly. There's 6, 8, or whatever it is, but let's round it off. 7 billion. I can get up on a Monday morning and I can divide the whole world into 2 groups. And so can you. You don't do it, I do it, because I'm a nutcase. 2 groups, 7 billion people. Group 1, people I can help. Group 2, the other kind. I'm not going to talk the other kind into, I'm a nice guy, please use me, please, I beg you, please. I'm going to go find the people I can help. If I can't find 2 people I can help out of 7 billion, I'm in the wrong racket. According to the smart people on this stage, cruising is a pretty cool thing. They're building, have you ever been on a ship? They're kind of cool things. You can double your business. Why do I say that? You don't have to buy one of them. You don't have to buy the meat. You don't have to buy the entertainment. You don't have to buy a tour opera. You don't have to buy anything. You're in the best game in the world. You don't have to, you're a bunch of cheapskates. You don't have to buy anything. But you can sell it, and they're making it for you. You're in the driver's seat, folks. You just don't know it. You're just not being reminded of it enough. I can help you or I can't. Major, major league point. Let me see what I have up here. We'll go through these real quickly to the next slide. I hit the green button. What happens here? We'll get rid of this guy. TGIF. Have you ever gone up to somebody on a Monday and you said, maybe you've said it yourself, hey, how do you feel today? All right for a Monday. Have you ever heard anyone say that? All right for a Monday. Hey, how do you feel today? I don't know. What day is it? It's Tuesday. I don't feel good Tuesday. It's Wednesday. Hump day. Hump day sounds pretty cool. I feel better. I don't know why, but it's okay. Thursday, people start getting a little bit excited. Friday, though, what are they? They're happy people. Why? It's Friday. What's that mean? I can leave work and go have a beer. Move to New Jersey. You can have a beer 7 days in a week. I don't care. You have to wait till Friday, 24 hours. The gin mills are always open. Yeah, why are you feeling happy? Well, I have 2 days off. No, you don't. Yes, I do. No, you don't. Why? Because the people who live their life for Friday, what happens at noon on Sunday? Their stomach, they start getting bummed out because they got to go to work again. This is not work what we do. We go find people we can help. It's the greatest game in the world. Every day is a good day for us. I'm feeling good, it's Monday. Tuesday, I'm still feeling good. Thursday, I feel good. I'm feeling good all the time. Why? Incidentally, how many people when I came out here, oh, listen, there's a slide here. That happened this morning. That was 5:30 Delray Beach this morning. I love that thing. What does that tell you? Amateurs do things when they want to do things. Professionals do things when it's time to do things. Very key point. I didn't ask if you felt like it. It's time to go to work, time to help people, time to meet more people. Your biggest single problem, and I don't know you folks, so I'm generalizing here a little bit. Your biggest single problem in your businesses is not enough people know you're alive. That's your big, I can't do business with you if I don't know you exist. You have to make more people know that you are alive, and then you can decide if you're going to help them or not help them. So very, very key point is make sure that more people know you're alive. There's your promotion. And you do that by smiling at them, shaking their hand, and introducing yourself. A lot of people did that here. It was great. These are great places to practice. Oh, incidentally, back to the golf thing, the pro said, you're not a good golfer now after the lesson. You got to go home and practice and practice and practice and practice and practice from here to here, from here to here, practice from here to here. That's what you don't do enough of. You don't practice enough. By definition, practicing brings failure. You don't fail enough. When I go back to my high school in Millburn, New Jersey, I say to the kids, you want to be successful? Accelerate your failure curve. Don't wait 80 years to fail everything you wanted to fail at. The faster you fail, the more successful you will be. Now, has anyone ever got a phone call at 5 o'clock from someone trying to sell you a magazine or an insurance policy or something? Raise your hand if you had everybody's telephone, a marketing marketer. How many people, by a show of hands, hung up on that person? Do you know that as soon as you hung up on them, they went out and committed suicide? How dare you hang up on them? They're fragile people. They went out and they hurt themselves because you rejected them. Well, when you're rejected, you get hurt. They don't get hurt. You know what they do? They dial someone else. How many people here last night woke up at 3 o'clock saying, I wonder whatever happened to that telemarketer? You take it personally. It's not about you, folks. Not enough people know you're alive. You're not introducing yourself to enough people, period. You think that when they leave, they're thinking about you. Trust me. When you leave this room, you won't know my name. Most of you don't know what it is now. Which brings me to another major league point. Why do you think I brought the golf club? I don't know the guy's name, but he had a 5-iron with him. Close enough. You're the guy with the 5-iron. I'll take that. You're in a business, you go Google cruises, and you're going to see 800 zillion billion. I don't know if that's a number or not, but there's a lot of people doing what you do, selling the same stuff you do. You got to find a golf club. You got to find, rip something out of your book, or find a golf club, or do something that makes you different than everybody else. Be the lunatic professor. Be the lunatic cruise sailor. Be something. You don't have to be a clown, but you have to be memorable. And you want to know how easy it is to become memorable today? It's so simple, folks. You can double your business. How many people here have at least one customer? Good. That's good. You just told me you know how to do it. Whatever you did, go do it again. And if you had one, you'll end up with 2. That's double. I win. You're just not doing enough of what you already did. Do what works. I want you to grade yourself right now from 1 to 10. To yourself, this is an exercise to yourself, 1 to 10. How professional you are doing what you do for a living. Grade yourself from 1 to 10. How professional you are. Now, I'm betting, without knowing you, I'm betting most of you gave yourself a 7 or an 8. I don't think how many zeros? Yeah. No, I think it was like a 7 or 8. Well, I think that if you gave yourself more than a 5, you're shortchanging yourself. Because you can double your effectiveness. You can double your professionalism. You can. You can get better at what you do if you practice at doing it. Where? From here to here. From here to here. Not out there where the rubber meets the road, where you make contact. And where do you make contact? You make contact when you're in the environment of a customer or a client. You can either make people feel better, neutral, or worse when you come into their life. Is that true? Only 3 things that can happen. You meet somebody the first time, they can feel better having met me, you can feel worse having met me, or you can feel neutral and you just don't know what's going on. And your strategy is to go into people's world and make them feel better for the day they met you. I'm going to leave you with a 12-word marketing plan. It's the only marketing plan you're going to need, but I'll leave that for a little bit later. Let's see what the next one is here. Don't read that. I was afraid there'd be some executives in the audience, and I didn't want them to critique my slides. So I threw one up that kind of looked pretty IBM-ish there, so I don't even know what it says. See, circles, I got the whole thing going for me here. Okay, so I want to leave you with a couple of key points. We still have some time here. I'm not getting chased off yet. But I want to leave you a couple of key points. And now there's 3 key points that I really want you to take home. And incidentally, mike@mikemarshev.com. It's up there. Don't take notes. Don't take notes. You have enough notes. All your notes were FedExed yesterday anyway. Don't take notes. But if you send me an email and put CLIA in the subject line, I'll send you everything that I had that I probably didn't say today, plus another little video lesson on 15 ways how to grow your business, if you send me that email. Okay. Now, I'm going to come off the stage here. I'm going to be out of the light, but I still think you'll be able to see me. I'm bringing my stick with me, just in case. All right, now these are very important points. Very important points. Excuse me. My name's Mike Marshev.
Well, good morning. My name's Adrienne Stark.
Adrienne, how are you? Adrienne, may I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Will you marry me?
I would if I weren't already.
Oh, you're such a thank you very much. Will you, what's your name?
Karen.
Will you marry me?
No, I'm already married too.
Well, then I'll wait.
Okay.
The statistics are with me. I'm not in any hurry. Will you marry me?
No, I won't.
No, you don't have to say it like that. Did you hear how nice? You can turn a guy down nicely. Remember, I'm in sales. I'm fragile. You know, I may hurt myself now. Yeah, well, listen what just happened. I went up to a stranger, Adrian? Adrian, I asked a woman, a stranger, to marry me. Go figure. If Adrian, now, this guy, I'm not going to marry you. I don't even know who you are, right? If Adrian said yes to me, should I have reason to be alarmed? Right? I think would be reason to say, what's going on here? Well, sales is the same thing. Can I have your business? Can I have your business, Mark? Can I have your business? Can I have your business? Can I have your business, Bob, your business? I just want business. I don't care who you are. I just want business. Because I got to send my kid to college. I don't even know who you are. Well, that's what you're doing now. But how does marriage work? You pick a target, and you decide to go after that target, and then you say, hey, how about a cup of coffee, Adrian? And she says yes or no, and if that worked, we might go for dinner. If that worked, we might go to a movie. And don't you progress your way to a point in your relationship that it's not if we're going to get married, but what? When. That's exactly right. But you're out there saying, I want business, I want business, I want business, I want business. It doesn't work that way. You pick somebody you want to meet, and you can go meet them. After you meet them, they're going to fall into two categories. Either I can help you or I can't. And then you're going to move on like that. Sales is the greatest game in the world. Why? Because you can't lose. You never had it to begin with. Customers, you can lose. Sales, the worst you can do is break even. You didn't have it, I won, I win. You say no, I didn't have you in the first place. It's a no-lose game. It's the greatest game in the world, and you are one of them, in one of the greatest industries in the world. Now, sir, because you're close to me, may I come over there? You want me to leave the stick here? What is that? So, no. First name, sir. Doug. Doug, I'm Mike. Doug, nice to meet you, sir. Hey, listen, here's another nugget. It has nothing to do with Doug, but Major League Sales point. Always ask permission to ask a question. Always ask permission to ask a question. It's a professional sales courtesy. Nobody does it, but when you do it, people notice and appreciate it. Doug, we'll carry on. Doug, do you remember by any chance, I'm sorry, I'm screwing things up here. Can I feel like David Letterman. Do you remember your first girlfriend? You do, okay. And most guys are now going back about 1,000. You can leave the room now, guys, okay? Leave the room, go back a couple thousand years. You remember your first girlfriend. Doug, I'm going to tell you exactly how it happened, may I? Please do. I'm going to tell you how Doug came upon his first, is anyone sitting here? I'm going down here. His first girlfriend. Doug, did you ever stay back in school? No, so it happened in the 5th grade. You were 10 years old because that's how old you are if you don't screw things up. And you're in the 5th grade, and Doug's minding his own business, and Jimmy comes over to him during recess one day, and he says, hey, Dougo. He says, I got some news for you. Doug says to Jimmy, what's up, Jimbo? Got something to tell you. What's that? Susie likes you. So then Doug does what every American male does. Don't ask me why. I don't understand it. It's in the genes. But then Doug did this. This is what he did because, hey, Susie likes you. Oh, yeah? Doug becomes an instant big shot, just like that. And then he says what every guy says. Here's where the connection is made. If Susie likes me, I like Susie. Which one is she? I'm telling you, right, Doug? We don't pick them. We were easy at 10, and we're easy at 60. Thank you. If you like me, I like you. Hey, Doug, got news for you. Mary doesn't like you. Never did like the woman. And it works the other way around. You don't like me, I don't even know who you are, but you don't like me, I don't like you. So what am I telling you? Spend a little more time on being likable. Find something in people that you like, and then show them that you like that, and guess what? They will like you. Don't be insincere, don't be false, don't be a lunatic. But the power of applause is incredible. That's a great tie. I like that tie. Hi, my name's Mike. Good looking tie.
Nice shirt.
Thank you very much. Now, first name, sir?
Nice shirt.
No, the first name?
Bill.
Bill, when I applauded your tie, which was sincere, when I came back out of your space, did you say, quote unquote, what a jerk? Thank you, Bill. I was hoping I was going to get that. While I'm down here, I'm a motivational speaker. I can't motivate you. I'm not trying to motivate you. It's impossible to motivate people. You can't motivate your employees, so if you think you can, stop, because you can't. What you can be very good at, and what I'm very good at, no, I'm not good at it because I don't practice it. What you can do is it's easy to demotivate people. Demotivation is very, very simple. Motivation is impossible. You can't do it. So don't try. So I don't make my living as a motivational speaker. I make my living, when I'm not on stage, as a mind reader. Excuse me. First name, sir? Tom? You should be ashamed of yourself. Not once, Tom, but twice. No. So I'm going to, if I can, first name, ma'am? Karen, may I play with you for a minute? I'll keep my distance. Can I talk to you? Karen, can I? Yes? Okay, Karen gave me permission. I'm coming over, okay? All right. Have we ever met, Karen? No. My name's Mike. Nice to meet you, Karen. Pleasure. I'm going to read your mind, if you allow me, okay? And we've never met. So can I ask the group, can I have 2 chances to tell Karen exactly what she's thinking? Exactly what she's thinking. 2 tries, yes? Okay, Karen, lock onto something. And for some of you who partied last night too hard, I will explain what is going to happen in a minute. For the rest of you, I'm hoping you'll pick up on this. Okay, Karen, you locked onto something? Okay, running out of time. Whew. Okay, 2 tries. Exactly what you're thinking. A big gray elephant, an elephant. No, the first time I was wrong. The second time I told her exactly what she was thinking. A pumpkin. I was right again. You thought of a pumpkin when I said pumpkin. You thought of an elephant when I said elephant. Zebra, Steve, you thought of zebra. You weren't thinking of it, but when I said it, you're thinking of it. Now let's try it again. An elephant. Now you're back on an elephant. Do you see what just happened, folks? You don't have to think of anything. I'll tell you what to think of. A big boat. You got it? But as soon as I stopped talking about, when I brought your mind to a boat, you stopped thinking about an elephant until I bring elephant back. Well, that's very important in your world, folks. When you're out of sight, you're out of mind. If you don't tell me you exist, no one's going to think of you. You have to come back into my world time and time again, or else it's not going to work. It's your job to come into my world and tell me about you, or it's not going to work. Now, this is going to be the fastest slide ever. You got to pay attention because you're going to miss this one. Oh, I don't have any more slides. Oh, there it is. Okay. Very, very quickly, we have 1 minute and 22 seconds to wrap this thing up. Don't talk to your neighbor. There's the slide. Count the number of times you see to yourself the letter F up there. We have to speed up here. Major point coming at you for the close. Remember, position, contact, follow through. Remember that? Okay, there's the slide. To yourself, there's only one answer. How many people count 3? Raise your hand. Good. How many people count 4? Raise your hand. Good. How many people count 5? Raise your hand. Good. How many people count 6? 4 different answers, and you're reading the same thing. Just so there's no mistake. They look like that. To yourself, how many Fs do you see on the board? That was the question, and I got 4 different answers from a very intelligent group, and the lesson's coming up in a second. There's the sign. How many Fs? I showed you what they look like. How many 3s? Raise your hand. Good. 4s? Good. 5s? Good. 6s? Still 4 answers, and you know something's going on. We don't have a problem selling ships. We have a problem reading in this group. Okay, here they are, right there. I'm going to show you where they are. Now, it's not about counting Fs, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about spotting opportunities. I'm telling you right now, in your industry, in the sales career, you have opportunities every single day that are going by you. You just don't see them because you don't know what they look like. Once you know what they look like, you'll see them. I'm telling you, you can double your business. Just stop long enough, back up, spot the opportunities, bring your personality, get into position, make contact with people, look people in the eye, call people back, follow up, and you will double your business. Mike at MikeMarshev.com, CLIA. I will send you everything again in a note, that what you didn't miss, plus a webinar, YouTube webinar as my sign of saying thanks for sticking around and listening to me. I enjoyed it. I had fun. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage, Christine Duffy.